Welcome to the ACE Pilot Academy. In this video, we will be learning about critical density altitude. As we've previously learned, the minimum controllable airspeed, VMC, has an inverse relationship with density altitude. This means that the aircraft's VMC decreases as it climbs to higher density altitudes. However, the stall speed, VS, remains constant through all density altitudes. At sea level, VMC is several knots higher than VS, but as the density altitude increases, there will be a point where VMC and VS are the same speed, and eventually VS will be higher than VMC. The density altitude at which VMC and VS are the same is known as the critical density altitude. When the multi-engine aircraft is flying below the critical density altitude, the aircraft would yaw first before stalling when it is flying below VMC. However, above the critical density altitude, the aircraft would reach VS prior to VMC. This means the aircraft would stall before the aircraft would begin to yaw. Should a stall occur while the airplane is under asymmetrical power, the departure from controlled flight might be quite sudden, with strong yawing and rolling tendencies to the inverted orientation and a spin entry. Twin-engine aircraft spin recovery characteristics are generally very poor and should be avoided. A single engine stall with high asymmetrical thrust may result in an unrecoverable loss of control and a fatal accident. To learn more about VMC, head over to the VMC lesson in the multi-engine series on ACE Pilot Academy. Let us review. VMC decreases as density altitude increases, while VS remains constant. The density altitude where VMC is the same as VS is known as the critical density altitude. Aircraft flying slower than VMC below the critical density altitude will yaw before a stall. Aircraft flying slower than VMC above the critical density altitude will stall before the yaw occurs. Thanks for joining us at the ACE Pilot Academy. See you next time.